there's no turning back.
We've got a massive role to play.
Everybody has to contribute.
Today at the Van der Valk Hotel, Brussels Airport, there is the LCV Expert Day from Fleet Europe, powered by Sortimo. And one of the main topics of this event is how to electrify your LCV fleet. And we're going to ask some stakeholders how they are going to manage it. Follow me. Hello Eva, you were just joining the panel discussion at the LCV Expert Day. What do you think is the main challenge to electrify your LCV fleet?
I think the main challenge for us is to have the good charging station on the site. Because our cars are driving 24 hours on 24 hours, and for us it's difficult to stop the car.
I would say there's probably three challenges for, not just for us, but any other last mile operator. Firstly, about ensuring that there is enough charging infrastructure in all our delivery stations. Secondly is the cost of electric vehicles. Now we know we're seeing the price of that starting to come down, but I think that needs to come quicker. And then thirdly, how we better manage range anxiety for our DSPs and our delivery drivers.
Another topic is the 4.25 tons driver's license derogation. Currently, we're really up to the limits already for the current vehicles that we are allowed to drive in certain countries. Some countries allow that to us where we can to drive on a higher payload vehicles. However, we have quite a lot of countries where we cannot do that now, and this is why we need to have that implemented as soon as possible in all the countries.
Of course, also the suppliers play a very big role in making the LCV fleet more sustainable. So we're going to ask some suppliers, starting with Reinhard Braun from Sortimo, what they can do to make the fleet more sustainable. Let's go.
For us, very important is to integrate the vehicle into an ecosystem. And you have to know that for electric van, payload is the key. So everything what you can do to increase payload and to reduce weight of a shelving or racking solution is the key to success.
So we're helping fleets by providing real data insights in order to give an objective way which portion of the fleet to electrify. And once a fleet then is electrified, by providing real fleet data insights, we help them managing that fleet efficiently by, for instance, providing real-time state of charge data in order to ensure the right range for the vehicles.
Mark, you analyzed all the data involving LCV fleets. Where do we stand on electrifying the LCV market?
So we're still right at the beginning of our journey to electrify LCVs. But important is there's no turning back. So we saw it here today. Everybody's focused to get it done, not to question it, but how to get it done.
So we heard from the suppliers what they can do to electrify the fleets. Let's ask the leasing companies. So what do you think is your role as a leasing company in electrifying the LCV fleet?
It was a really good question. We've got a massive role to play. Of course, funding all the vehicles that we have at the moment, we're over 600,000 commercial vehicles. Our job is to make sure that we've got customers with the right vehicles at all times, because these are operational vehicles. They have to be fit for purpose. So we have to take a huge responsibility in doing the right consultancy work with our customers, with their fleets, to be able to transition at the right time, not all at once, but at the right time, with the vehicles remaining fit for purpose.
Here with me is Mr. Valkyrie, member of the European Commission on the Division of Sustainability. What does the European Commission do to support the electrification of the LCV fleets, Mr. Valkyrie?
Thank you. Yes, indeed, we have done several strands of action. First, we have set under this mandate an enabling framework for taking up zero-emission vehicles in fleets through the revision of the CO2 standards, through the new alternative fuels infrastructure regulation, through the revision of the emissions trading scheme. So now there is policy and legal certainty on the way forward, so you can plan. And that, of course, helps to push manufacturers to produce at scale, which will be good for price and availability. On the other hand, we have been setting up a big amount of supporting instruments, financial supporting instruments, so the recovery and resilience facility at the member state level, but also through instruments such as Connecting Europe facility, where we are financing recharging infrastructure so that you have sufficient amount of recharging and refueling infrastructure when operating these fleets. We need to look forward. We need to say, okay, we have the technologies, we now need to make them work. And how do we do that? And I think that's a discussion in the entire ecosystem where I think everybody has to contribute.
It's a wrap, LCV Expert Day 2024. More than 120 attendees were searching for the answers how to electrify our fleet. And for the final thoughts of the event, I'm going to talk to Steven Schoof, who was the moderator. What are your final thoughts of the day? What are the main takeaways from this day?
For me, I think the most important thing that we have seen is that this industry is becoming more and more mature, but it needs kind of support, and that's also good why we have come here all together. We started yesterday with our LCV advisory board with different stakeholders, different industries, and what you see is that the expectations of the fleet customers and the solutions that are being developed by the suppliers still need to be fine-tuned and matched. And it's good that with the advisory board, but also with the attendees today at the LCV Expert Day, we can somehow accelerate the speed of change that is necessary to arrive to sustainable and efficient fleets, like the overarching topic was today, clean and lean commercial fleets.
Steven, thank you. I say, let's hit the road.